The new crank is in, you guys. All the pieces on this side are all good to go. Now I just need my cover. Remember, there is kind of, I guess, a sequence of ways to do this, but you will run into some issues. I recommend putting this on first, and then figuring out the whole shifter and everything like that, the shift drum, and then this. Then I would put on this sprocket right here, this gear, and then your kickstart, and then your clutch assembly. That's pretty much the way I would do it. I guess that's the only way you can do it, that it'll, work, because then you run into issues. You can't put the clutch in first, because then you can't put the kickstarter or this or that. So just stuff like that. But we got our new crank in there. Everything is still moving freely, so no big deal there. So we are good to go. Now I'm just going to put on the cover and everything should be good, so that we could slap this bad boy into the dirt bike now. So I got the cover on. I had to run to Ace to get a couple bolts. As you guys remember, this piece was not on when I got the quad, so apparently, some of those got lost. Flywheel I already put on, and pretty much I have the cylinder and the piston left, so that's what we're gonna get started on right now. Alright, you guys, so I put my reeds in, and then the little boot, and now I'm torquing down the head bolts. I was gonna do them on the bike, but pretty much I'm just gonna try and do them on here. These front ones on the cylinder are gonna be almost impossible. They're supposed to be torqued down to 30 foot-pounds. I honestly have no idea how you're supposed to get this torqued down to 30 foot-pounds. That is ridiculous. So I timed them as best as I could by hand. Now I'm gonna do the top ones, and the top ones are supposed to be torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. So that's what we're gonna do. And just tighten them down until I start hearing them torque to spec. There's one. There's two. Last one. Alright. Just go over them real quick. I did end up looking into this, and I'm missing like a spring that goes here. So I'm gonna have to go to Ace Hardware and see if I can find it, because I checked on eBay and nobody has it unless I buy like the whole governor and a power valve, pieces all together or something. Then they're all there. I don't even remember if when I got it, it had it, but I want to say I don't remember it had it, so I'm pretty sure it was gone. So I remember this piece was like almost off, and then this was kind of just hanging on there, I think. And if it was here, then I lost it, because it's like literally this big. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and throw this bad boy into the dirt bike now. I had to put it in like this. In order to I'm gonna have to take this off. Okay. Just trying to get the back lined up with the sway arm bolt. Alright, so I got all my engine mount bolts on. Just swing arm bolt. Now I just need to tighten everything. Alright, you guys, I figured out this piece here. I was kind of like, I didn't know how to do it, but I figured it out. Pretty much. So this is the governor, the power valve, and that's how it's supposed to go. I was missing this little spring because when I remember taking it out, which you guys might see in the last video. I took it out and I explained that there was the washer and then the little bolt, and that was it. And there was like a spacer. There was no spring. Basically, it's supposed to carry both of these, and well, this one at higher RPMs goes up. It's supposed to also use the bottom one to go up like this. I was able to makeshift one of these. I was gonna buy one actually today for $8 on eBay, I think it was, but I was so confident that I had it, and then I rewatched the video just to make sure, to remind myself that I didn't have it. So then I kind of was just like, well, let me see if I can make something happen. And I used one of these little springs that like usually you would use for like the clutch return or something like that. And it was actually like a super thinner one. So it was actually able to work. I'm hoping it'll work. At least if I can get it to turn on and everything, then at least I know it'll be alright. If I feel like I have some issues with it, I'll just order it. But I just don't want to be ordering like tons of parts if I can make something work. Which I probably still honestly will order it, but to be realistic with you guys, I don't have a lot of money right now, so that's why I was kind of just trying to put something together in order for me to be able to, you know, at least get a first start or something till Friday, and today is Monday, so I'm sure I'll start it up sometime this week. But pretty much, as you guys could see, so the engine is in. I haven't tightened down any of the bolts. I haven't even tightened down the swing arm bolt, the shock bolt, or nothing like that. Nothing really. The only thing I put on was the clutch. I'm putting the hoses on right now for the coolant that go to the top of the head. I put on the spark plug. I was putting on the spark plug boob, but I need to move this out the way so I can put it on, which goes like that. Then I'm gonna put the carburetor, wire up the stator over here. I don't remember how it went, but we'll figure it out. Shifter's on. I need to put the sprocket for the chain. So we're buttoning up the last few couple of things, you guys. I need to get the other side figured out so I can put the exhaust. I'm ready to like see the final visual of the engine and everything, but I needed to get that part out the way. So I'm going to continue going at it, you guys, and then I'll get back to you guys when I got pretty much almost everything tightened up and everything put together. And hopefully we can get a first start video this week. If not tomorrow, hopefully at least. I'll go back at it and we'll try this out again. But got to tighten a lot of stuff and figure out a couple of things here and there. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll get back to you guys with the update. I'm calling it a night. Huge amount of progress done. Basically, the whole entire engine is pretty much complete. I put the sprocket on, the shifter, the kickstart, the radiator, the exhaust. The chain is on and it's on tight. The shocks, the bolts to the engine, and I think that's about it. Everything is looking good. The last thing I was working on was the front brake lever. It's a little jacked up, so I decided to change it out with one that I had, which this is the old one, but it's pretty jacked up and it's broken. So I was gonna put this one on, but I gotta cut it right here because it's a little too square at the top. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then tomorrow we could start trying to see if we can get a first start video on it like this. So stay tuned, you guys.